version one really of my characters. You know what I'm saying? Like how I created them. Because I told you I was gonna do something like that, and I'm gonna do it. Because I did mine yesterday on TikTok. I got it in. Now I'm gonna do it on YouTube. Using each platform because each platform is different. And for me, trying to explain all the characters in every version in one go is a bad idea. So I just decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna explain the characters in a in one version at a time. So this is part one of that whole setup, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank y'all again for growing the channel. The channel has been growing exponentially since we're at 1,199, one away from the illustrious 1,200 subscribers I'm trying to get. So the goal is to have 1,200 subscribers. That was one of my big goals this year. So I want to thank everybody who continues to be part of that awesome movement, man. So thank y'all for joining me. Yo, Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. The comic book is doing great. This comic book right here, for all y'all wondering what that book is, right here. Karjakz Vs Assassins Training Day comic book is out now, doing amazing things right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for the continued growth of the channel, continued growth of the book. So yo, visit sanusi.com and get your order on. Become part of the movement. That's right. You know you got to become part of the movement, man. We got something this cool brewing. You got to join it, man. You know what I mean? So Karjakz Assassins Training Day comic book, man. So y'all, man, that's right there what's going on with the channel. So the channel is growing exponentially. Thank y'all for joining me. So now let's get into this comic, today, man. We'll be on for about 30 minutes. Really, I have 6 versions of my characters. So as of right now, Karjakz Assassin Training Day is version 6 of my characters. You see the banner behind me. These are the characters that I'm talking about. These are the visions that I'm talking about. You know, when you create characters originally, when you start an idea, you have to kind of start it somewhere, right? And it was back in 2009 when I started the journey of creating. Because today is going to be strictly about version 1 of my characters, which is why I'm holding this book right here. Version 1 is what created everything I have now. Without version 1, I wouldn't have the comic book. I wouldn't have this t-shirt. I wouldn't have this beanie. I wouldn't have a lot of things that I have right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's because of version 1 that I'm able to do all this stuff that I'm doing. You really got to thank yourself for doing stuff that you do and how you go about it. So this is me thanking myself. So version 1 of my characters was really literally how I started the whole journey, man. Karjakz Assassins Training. So thank you all for joining me. Welcome to another awesome live stream with yours truly, Sound Vision. Today we're talking about Karjakz Assassin universe, the animation universe, how I built the whole thing from version 1 to version 6 that I got right now, and all the way that I'm going. So y'all be sure to like, subscribe, and get the notification button. Thank y'all for joining me. I think as of right now, I am now at 1,199 subscribers. That my goal was to get to 1,200 by this year. So I'm literally 1 subscriber away from getting to 1,200. And then anything else I get after that, I'll take that bonus. You know what I'm saying? So yo, Karjakz Assassins Training, Karjakz Assassins, the whole thing. And don't forget now, well, I will talk about this book last, but Karjakz Assassins Training Day now is available on soundvision.com. So get your order on. Big book, big book, little book. If you got great eyes, get the little book. If you got suspect eyes, get the bigger book. Both are available now on soundvision.com, right next to each other on the weekly superstars, just like I always have it. You know, Karjakz Assassins Training Day, man. So y'all, let's get to it. And I want to thank everybody who continues to grow the channel with me. So please be sure to share, like, subscribe to the channel. So y'all, first things first is Karjakz Assassins Training Day, man. This book right here, Karjakz Assassins version 1 of my characters. This is how the whole thing started. Without this version right here, all the stuff that I have going, the t-shirt, the way the characters look now, the comic book I just showed y'all would have never happened. And I'm going to do a 5-part series because this is part 1. 5-part series every week. Next week will be part 2, which means I'll move on to version 2 of my characters. So when I created my characters, the journey started in 2009. And I did finish up designing the characters to actually 2012. Actually, y'all, hold up, because I got to show y'all this big old poster thing. Give me a second. All right, y'all, my bad. I'm back. Sorry about that. Now look here, y'all. This is where the party started. This is the first ever, like poster I ever printed in the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. When I finished creating all my characters, I went to FedEx Kinko's to get this printed. As you can tell, it's got a very old school look to the drawing. You can tell it's very old school looking, but hey, that's what makes it a great classic, man. I remember when I first finished my characters, right? Let me put this away right quick, y'all. Give me a second. So I remember when I first created the characters. The version 1 of them, where I'm sitting now, I remember telling myself, you know, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Jessica, thank you for joining me. Appreciate y'all joining me. Be sure to, thank you. Appreciate that. Right there, Jessica, you just actually became subscriber number 1200. Ruby Jones, thank you for joining. So, Jessica, you just became subscriber number 1200, man. Isabel, I can't see. Yeah. Thank you for joining as well. Appreciate all of y'all joining me, man. Oh, Ruby Jones, thank you for joining too. Now you 1201. So right now we just hit the goal that I have for the year. 1,200 subscribers. That's well beyond what I achieved to achieve. So still got 3 more months to add more subscribers. So thank y'all for joining me, man. Appreciate y'all's energy. Thank y'all for the positivity. Look, y'all, the journey started in 2009. And I remember telling myself, you know, I got tired of drawing Iron Man, Avengers, all that stuff. I said, look, all this fan art is great, but it's getting boring. And I wanted to do something else, man. So I said, I need to create my own characters. Thank you for joining me, y'all. Appreciate y'all energy. Thank you for joining me, man. So look, and I said to myself, the only way I'm going to get my characters to where I want to go or to create something is to create something of my own. So for the longest time, this character right here is what I had. Cajun right there. I had that probably since college. And I didn't know what to do with it. But I didn't have a drawing. I just had the name. And then one day I did this art piece and I still called it Cajun, but it wasn't really what it looks like right there. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for y'all support. Thank y'all for checking out the amazing channel, man. Look, I drop something every single day, man. I'm dropping something right now live. So y'all bear with me as I explain the story of the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe and tell y'all how I built this amazing universe. Thank y'all for being interactive too, man. And thank y'all for hitting them likes and them subscriber buttons too, man. Appreciate that. You know, so I asked myself in 2009, right? Oh, no, I ain't got no bigger. Nah, bigger. You just missed it. Yes. What's the question? I'll ask the questions as I see them. So basically, what happened next was I started with creating my first character. Cajun was the first character I created, right? But the first drawing I actually did was actually Sincere. So I'm gonna go through this book. So Sincere was the first character I actually created, and I asked myself, that's on need to know basis. I ain't about to answer that, man. People, y'all sure get private on this mug. So, you know what I'm saying? They turned this into a dating chat or something, man. You know what I mean? No, that's a no-no. So, check this out. So, then I said to myself, the first thing was creating this character based on my dream girl. What would I want this woman to look like? I got busy drawing. Picked up I just got busy, man. I said, let me draw something. I knew one thing. I needed to have a woman with a sword. I just knew that much. You know what I'm saying? Then I said, let's get to it, man. So, I commenced the drawing. So, now, let's start off with the first character. So these are the Karjakz right here. This is the original version of all my characters. Now, the journey started with me basing characters on myself, my 2 brothers, and my sister. You know what I'm saying? And that was a baseline. Then I had based one on my big brother. And then I based one on my best friend. Then, of course, my dream girl. So now I had a full array of characters, right? And I said to myself, yeah, that's what's up. I got something brewing over here. So I commenced the working. So now, right, you got Cajun, me. You got my sister, Escalade. You got my big brother, Diesel. You got my best friend, Shepherd. You got my dream girl, Sincere. You got my other brothers, Glocks. And then you got my younger brother, another younger brother, Rasputin. So I got 7 characters, man. And, you know, when you build something, welcome to the chat, everybody. To everybody who just joined the chat, I'm saying hi to everybody because I can't see all the time. So I got too much going on in my face. But hi to everybody. Thanks for being part of this awesome tonight. Thanks for being part of the chat. Thanks for being with me so late. I got off work and I told y'all I was going to be doing this today. Talking about my characters, exactly what I'm doing. So thank everybody who's subscribing, liking. Be sure, no superpowers. I wanted them to be like Batman. That's another thing I'm gonna talk about. Batman was one of my favorite characters, but I'll get to that later. You know what I'm saying? My characters, I didn't want them to have powers. I wanted them to be extraordinary, training, gadgets, all that kind of stuff. Maybe they have powers, maybe they don't have no powers. I'm not gonna tell y'all. But you're only gonna know if you go cop you a book. This comic book. This is the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book ever in the entire universe of the thing. So this is the small version. This is the big version. You know what I'm saying? And look, this is the back side of the book right here. You know what I'm saying? Check this out, right? And then this is the inside of the book. So right here, you see that? That's the comic book. But don't worry, I'll chop it up about the book later. So thank y'all for joining me tonight, man. Appreciate y'all being part of this awesome chat. Be sure to like, subscribe, and definitely hit the notification button. Now, let's jump this thing off. So these are the Karjakz, the heroes, right? They're the ones who are. They're the ones who are they're the ones who are actually I start off with this right here. So now we got the heroes, right? Now, this is the first character, Cajun. Now, Cajun is the dude who is my character, right? Based it on myself. Because I told y'all, I wanted characters to base on myself, my two brothers, and my sister. You know what I'm saying? So that was important to me. Personal questions won't be getting answered. So Ruby, stop asking me how old I am. That's on a need to know basis. I ain't telling anybody that. Come on now. People, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? So Cajun's based on me. This is the first character I drew created, but he's not the first character I drew. But I knew one thing. I was a big fan of Iron Man. Blade is my favorite character. That wasn't my character creation. Iron Man second, Wolverine, Techno Man. But Cajun is a combination of three individuals: Blade, Iron Man, and Techno Man. For a lot of y'all who don't know Techno Man is, that's a shame because that's one of the coolest cartoons you could ever watch. It's sick as hell. Yeah, Blade was that jump off. You know what I'm saying? So Blade was the stuff, man. Blade was really I love Blade. Even the animated series. The third movie was trash, but the animated series was awesome. The Blade movies was awesome. Even the TV show with Sticky Fingers, I love that too. You know what I'm saying? But so I got Cajun, and I wanted to have combative skills like Blade, technology like Iron Man, and then armor like Techno Man. So that's how I put him together. And so he's got armor, and then next to him, right, is this tiger. This is the first version of the tiger, right? Version 1 of the tiger. So that's the tiger right there, mystical tiger. And so I create this character, and then of course I wanted him to have money, like Batman and like Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark. So I wanted to have money, billionaire industrialist, all that kind of stuff. Because with him having money, he can pay for all the cool gadgets that all the other characters are gonna have. So he was a billionaire industrialist. He built all kinds of different technologies. That was important to me. Just like myself, he's a creative individual. So I said, why not make this guy a creative individual? And that's what I got. And so his original name was Julius Jones. And I said, heck no, I'm not going to know Julius Jones. Forget this. I'm going with Jones Phoenix. And that's how I got the name. And then the name Phoenix actually is my last name in English because I'm Nigerian descent. So Agboke is my real last name. So I said, I'm going to give this dude a new name, man. We created names. In the comic book, if you get a chance to copy one of these amazing comic books right here, it's available now on my website, soundvision.com. I'm actually going to put the link of the website into the chat so y'all can be able to go click on the comic book and get you a copy. Order you a copy, should I say. Join the movement. Support it. You know what I'm saying? Support, support, support. And if you're one of those amazing support type people, maybe you want to support and join my donate to my my GoFundMe, because as an independent artist, man, I got to tell you, y'all, they don't want to make it easy for independent artists to be independent, but I'm staying independent. I love being independent. I love the fact that I do my own thing. So I've got two versions of the comic book: the small version and the big version. So right there, I just copy the link of the small version into the chat, but I'm also going to copy the link of the big version into the chat. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So y'all, this is what we're doing over here at Sound Vision, man. Always doing magical things. You have a nice day as well too. Thanks for being part of the movement tonight. Thanks for joining Joe No. I think I care. Thank you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Be safe. Have a great week. Peace to you. So you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the energy, y'all. Thank you for being here. So I put the links to the website and the comic books into the chat. Sounds nice, man. Hey, when I see people's orders, I'll be sure to sign it for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't really write things into stone till it actually happens. So when I see your order, Joe knows, I'll be sure to make sure I sign it for you. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sure to make sure I sign it when I see your order, man. So you know what I'm saying? Thanks for joining the chat tonight. So y'all, that's Cajun right there. I can't go into a full breakdown of each character because that would take forever. Because I want to be able to make it all the way through the villains. So that's Cajun right there, my character. And when I created him mentally, but when I drew him, oh, it was over. I was so excited. I was elated. I was like, wow, I actually have my own characters. You know how cool that is to have your own characters, not to have to worry about fan art anymore? Like even the banner behind me is the version 6 of my characters, right? You know what I'm saying? I just was like, I'm excited. I've created original characters, and these characters are going to change my life. And that's exactly what's happened. Since 2012, when I finished them, actually October 19th, 2012, it's been on, y'all. There's no day that goes by I don't have something to do for these characters. From version 1 to version 6 that I have now. So you know what I'm saying? That's Cajun, the billionaire industrialist, with his partner, the mystical tiger Sphinx right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that was really important to me, man. So I'm going to let y'all see it real good again. And look, for all of y'all who are into bio books, I've also got this bio book available now on SoundVision.com. You can get that too. That's also available on SoundVision.com. So y'all can get that too. That's also available. So now, on to the next character, right? We got Sarah Jones, used to be known as Sarah Jones, but now she's Sarah Phoenix, aka Escalade. Escalade is based on my sister. So this is my sister's character. She's the team leader, tactical strategist, fearless ace pilot. You know, just like my sister, she's independent, smart, beautiful, all that kind of stuff like that, right? But for the longest time, my sister is the youngest, right? So when I created my character, she was like, man, I remember creating that and I told her, you know, your character is going to be the second youngest, but your character is also going to be the team leader. She was very excited. I think the fact that I did a good job of creating these characters based on family members and actually it working out the way I wanted was a big win for me. You know what I mean? So Escalade, team leader, fearless ace pilot, and a colonel too. And the way where he's a billionaire industrialist, he creates technology. You know what I'm saying? Just like Stark and Bruce Wayne, he doing his thing. You know what I mean? That's how he got rich. I'm not about to explain that. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you buy the comic book, get you one of these bio books, Mr. Cuba, you'll know what's going on with the characters. It's a character profile book. You definitely love it. That's also available on the website on soundvision.com. So y'all, right there, once I created the Escalade, Air Force Colonel, tactical strategist. I wanted a pilot, man. I remember working at CVS at the time, and a pilot came into the store, and I was like, "Sir, what's a good position to give a pilot? Because I want to create a female pilot." He's like, "Yeah, man, make her a colonel." I was like, "Cool." So I made her a colonel. That's how she became a colonel in the whole animated series. I said, "I'm just gonna make her a colonel." That's what the pilot told me to do. So I decided what I did, and it worked out because making her a colonel was really cool. It was rhythmic, if you want to say that, like. Air Force Colonel Sarah Phoenix. That just rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Air Force Colonel Sarah Phoenix. I was like, yeah, that's what's up. So I made her a colonel. And then she got a sick old jet plane right there. Y'all can see it. That thing is Spitfire right there. And look, that same jet plane is right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's hers right there. She's the team leader, tactical strategist. And my sister was so elated that her character was like the team leader. And that's a great feeling, y'all. You know what I'm saying? To create a character that people actually, that are related to loved ones that you care about, to have amazing human beings around me, family members, and to be able to base characters on them is the coolest thing ever. Nothing. That's why I love being an independent creator. I don't have to take orders from Marvel, DC, none of them busters. I do my own thing. I own everything I do. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to learn the business of character creation, copywriting, trademarking, all that kind of cool stuff, which I took learning to because lucky for me, my uncle's a lawyer. So he explained a lot of stuff to me. So it was really easy to go about doing that. You know, you got to take advantage of people that are around you, right? So that's Escalade, a.k.a. Sarah Phoenix, my sister's character. And next up is Glocks. So Glocks is the technician dude. And if there's one thing that's all these characters have in common, they're all standing up for people to stand up that can't stand up for themselves. So remember, Cajun, Escalade, Glocks, and Rasputin are all siblings. You know what I'm saying? So right there, so now this is Glocks. Now just like my brother in real life, right? Glocks is a computer wizard. Understands a lot of technology, understands the economics of money, all that kind of cool stuff like that. So when I created Glocks, Glocks was a symbolization of understanding of technology, the understanding of creating technology. He's such a cool character. Now Glocks is the marksman of the team. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't miss. Cocky, smart hero who doesn't take any crap. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was really interesting creating this character. I remember showing it to my brother. Straight up, he loved it. He's like, this is cool. And not to mention, I gave him a very cool vehicle. Now, none of these vehicles, remember, none of these drawings look like this anymore because there's been an evolution. I'm on version 6 now of my characters. Y'all give me a second. I got to wear my hoodie, man. It's starting to get chilly. Y'all, hold on. You know what? Speaking of classics, let me just wear the first hoodie. This is the first Karjakz Vs Assassins hoodie I ever made. Right here. Well, not the first, but the first one that looks like this. So let me go ahead and wear this and rock this and represent pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty cool. You know, this hoodie, I've had it for, oh my God, I think going on 7 years now. It's got to be 7 years at least that I've had it. 7 years, at least 7 years, at least 7 years. It's got to be. Because I've had it for a minute, man, and it still looks brand new. So for all of y'all wondering, I make hoodies, I make t-shirts, I make tank tops, I make sneakers, all kinds of cool stuff on my website. So look, back to this thing, right? Oh, yeah, I feel better now. I was chilly a little bit. You feel me? Now I'm warming up. You know what I'm saying? So Glocks, right? Like I said, based on my brother. Real first name used to be Chris Jones. Then of course I changed it to Chris Phoenix, right? So he's based on my younger brother. He's a tech wizard. He's an understanding of technology. Like Glocks is a big time fan favorite. I don't know why people like him, but they just think he's that dude. You know what I'm saying? And so the new Glocks, which I'll eventually get to in version 6 when I'm doing this 5-part series. Actually, I should technically call it a 6-part series, to be honest with y'all. It's a 6-part series because I have to go through all the versions of the characters. And so Glocks is the technician of the tomb. There's no technology he doesn't understand. There's no government installation he can't get into. There's no cybernetic playing field, like any kind of AI technology he don't understand. He's the AI dude of the team. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes Glocks really cool, man. So that's Glocks right there. Now next up is the next character, Rasputin, who's based on my other brother. Thank y'all for joining me tonight, man. Welcome to Karjakz Vs Assassins universe version 1 of my characters. I'm giving you a breakdown of my characters, how I got this whole Karjakz Vs Assassins thing started, man. And be sure to like, subscribe, and definitely hit the notification button. Thank y'all so much for joining me. So look, this is Rasputin, the next guy. Now Rasputin's real name is former name Sean Jones, new name Sean Phoenix. He's the science wizard of the team. He understands every type of scientific science, chemicals, all that stuff. So on multiple times, he's had to save the team from God knows what kind of disasters just because of his knowledge of science, right? So I have a scientist. And it's the one thing I did very well in terms of creating my characters. I really made them tailored to the people they were based on, but also to adding some ideas, you know what I'm saying? Which really made these characters stand out. So Rasputin, and also too, this guy might be the best hand-to-hand combatant on the team. Him and Cajun, you know what I'm saying? They got hands, man. So the way I built them is hand-to-hand combatant. And also too, Rasputin, I think in the Karjakz side of the team anyway, him and Diesel and Sincere are the only ones who don't have any projectile weapons. Everything is close range, hand-to-hand combat. You know what I'm saying? But Rasputin is that he might be the best fighter in the entire universe. But also too, he's got this cool motorcycle. Oh yeah, this motorcycle is sick as I don't know what. But it don't look like this no more. But that's the version 1 of it, right? You know what I'm saying? So I just felt the need to give him a motorcycle. Now Rasputin is a scientist guy on the team. He's based on my younger brother, and I wanted a character that. And if y'all notice that each character has a different attribute of what it can do. Cajun, my character, creates technology, right? Escalade is an Air Force colonel, military tactician. Glocks is an AI technology expert. Rasputin is a scientist, right? You know what I'm saying? So I was creating characters that can do different things because there's nothing cooler than having a team that can do different things. You don't want all your characters on the team to do the same thing. That's kind of corny. You don't know what I'm saying? So that was really important to me, right? So that's how Rasputin got created. Not to mention he's got cool dreads, as y'all gonna see. Drawing those dreads took forever. Oh my God, y'all don't understand. That took forever, man. That took a good minute. You know, each one of these characters originally took at least 5 months to 6 months to create. And then creating their names, y'all gonna laugh at me. But creating their names is actually harder than creating the drawings. You can draw, but to actually give a character a cool name, for the name to actually match the character that you draw, that's a whole different ball game, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty difficult. Now, next up is Diesel, aka Ben Gray. He's based on my older brother. He's not really my blood brother. Bobby Savage, what's up, homie? How you doing, man? I see you just keep changing your avatar. Is that what they call that thing when people change their profile picture? Your profile picture stay changing, girl. How you doing, girl? How you feeling? How's your health, man? Talk to me. Hopefully you're doing better than you did the last time I saw you. And if I hear that, that's always a good thing. As long as you're better today than you were yesterday, it's all good to me. You feel me? So, you know, I'm talking about the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. I'm going through all the different versions of the characters. So today is version 1. Man, that's what I'm talking about, girl. I'm good. I'm doing good, girl. I'm blessed. The dream continues to grow. We selling a lot of comic books too, so I can't really complain, girl. I can't complain. I cannot complain. I'm blessed to just be able to sit in front of y'all. Look at this. At this time of night, I'm still getting mad views. It don't get no better than that. You feel me? And guess what? I hit the market number. Oh, no, I'm better. I'm better. My foot is a lot better. It's a lot better. It's a lot better, man. It's a lot better. Thank you, Pew Lover. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that, y'all joining me. Yeah, Barbie, my foot is a lot better, man. A lot better. A whole lot better. It still got a ways to go, but man, the pain was ridiculous. I tell you one thing, Bobby, I felt it the other day when I was at school, man. Oh my God. Campus is big, and I was just walking around everywhere. I was like, damn, I need a bike. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. You feel me? So, that's what's up with that, man. Thanks for joining me tonight, homegirl. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the foot was killing me. I know you laughing, man. Girl, you'd have been laughing at me if you see me on campus walking. It was hilarious. Yeah, there's a backstory. Yeah, that's a whole different. That's another day. I can't do it all in one shot. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you this though, Minty Cuber, go ahead and copy this comic book right here. This will help you to understand everything about the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. And one of these Bible books too available on the website, soundfusion.com. So if you want to understand. But let me get to this story, right? Let me get back to this story. So now, back to Diesel, right? So Diesel is based on a guy considered to be like an older brother. And Diesel, yeah, same to you, Bobby, man. Appreciate you, homegirl. Appreciate you. So ride it out. So you know what I'm saying? This character is based on a guy considered to be like an older brother. He's always had my back. He's actually the one who inspired me to draw my own characters. He's like, dude, you got to do something with your art, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something with your art. At the time, I was trying to pursue music, man. I just like, I'm going to put this music thing down. There was no joy in it. And I'm kind of grateful that I did. I still use music, but I use it in a different way. I can make beats for my animation, all that kind of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like sometimes my art is number one, and then music is number two, and everything else I can do. I just wasn't caring for it. I just dropped the music and I focused on the art. And I'm so grateful I did it. I actually called him to thank him for inspiring me to chase this art thing. It was when I created these characters I realized how great of an artist I was and how much money I could actually make, the livelihood I could give myself. Y'all feel me? So Diesel right there. And I remember in creating him, I said to my older brother, I said, I got your character. He said, man, let me see this drawing, man. He said, this dude better be Diesel. This dude is literally 6'4", 250 in real life. That's how big my older brother is, 6'4", 250. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, man, I got to create that. And so when he approved of the character, I felt pretty good about myself. So Ben Gray, a.k.a. Diesel, he's the chief engineer at Phoenix Industries. Now, Phoenix Industries is an industry owned by this guy, my character, Jones Phoenix, billionaire industrialist. He owns Phoenix Industries. So all kinds of cool technology that they create, right? So this guy right here is the chief engineer. All engineering platforms go through him. He approves it. What's cooler than having your older brother be one of your good friends be your chief engineer? You know what I'm saying? And so if you can see, Diesel's got that power axe, right? He's got that totem mask. Don't worry. I'm going to break it down one day, full breakdown. But today's like a snippet breakdown. You know what I'm saying? So Ben Gray. Now, Ben Gray is also related to Sincere and Artillery. And Artillery is part of the whole Assassins universe. But I'm going to get down with that later. You know what I'm saying? So Ben Gray, and plus he's got that cool truck, Night Train. Oh, man. Night Train don't look nothing like that no more, man. It's like we all think that the Batmobile, the Turtle Van, the Thunder Tank are cool vehicles. Well, that's the same way you're going to see Night Train. You're going to be like, oh, Night Train is fire. You know what I'm saying? That's how much I have a belief in this universe I've created. And so when you're doing something like this, there's a consistency and a belief in yourself that you have to have, man. You just got to keep going, man. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's Diesel right there, my big brother's character. And all these characters, and I remember one thing I saw, I also do another cool thing. I've made multiple versions of t-shirts of this character. My brother has all these versions of them. From when I first started to the t-shirts that I make now. That's real support right there, man. You know what I'm saying? He even buys them. I don't give it to him for free. He buys them. You know what I'm saying? So that's real support right there. When you got good people behind you, man, you're going to do a lot of magical things. I know in my heart of hearts, Karjakz Vs Assassins is going to be one of the biggest animation universes ever created. I mean, it's going to be loved like people love Dragon Ball Z, like people love the X-Men, like people love the Avengers, all that. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that so much like that. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's Diesel right there. Now, next up is Sincere. Now, Sincere, I want you to remember two things. Sincere is the younger sister of this guy right here. But she's also this guy's girlfriend. So that's his girlfriend. So Cajun, Sincere is this guy's girlfriend, right? So Sincere is one of the best hand-to-hand combatants in the whole Karjakz Vs. She got hands. She can whoop your, you-know-what. She can whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? But for her, when I created her, she's a journalist. As a kid growing up, I used to see characters like Lois Lane. But there's this lady named, this great African-American journalist from the 1800s named I.D.B. Wells. So Sincere, for me, I wanted her to be a journalist. From out of the blue, I just said, you know what? I want her to be a journalist, like investigative reporter. Because for me, watching cartoons as a growing up, there were no African American female characters. The only ones I can think of are two, Storm and Vixen, and that's it. And one way or another, both were stereotyped characters. I hated the way they were treated. It used to infuriate me. You know what I'm saying? Like every time Storm used the powers, she had to make a damn speech. And Vixen, I don't know, man. She just wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? So I said to myself, when I create my characters, they're going to be right. So Sincere, and not only that, she can drive the hell out of a car. Like I'm talking like Fast and Furious skill level type driving. Y'all feel me? You know what I'm saying? So she's an acrobat. She's a daredevil. She's independent. She's got her own money. She's a journalist. She's a smart investigative reporter. There's nothing she can't figure out. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention she's smart as hell. So that's what I created, right? So that was Cynthia, and her real name is Scarlet Gray. So remember, her older brother's name is Ben Gray. This guy right here. So this girl right here, Scarlet Gray. She's the younger sister of Ben Gray, right? And so she's a skilled swordswoman. Oh, she can move with a sword. Let me tell you, the best there's three great swords person in this whole universe. You got Sincere, you got Cajun, right? This guy. And then you also got Revo on the Assassins. So Sincere is a journalist. You know what I'm saying? She's super smart. She can drive the hell out of a car. She's incredible, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's Sincere. And she's based on my dream girl. That's where I got the idea of Sincere. Sincere means to be honest, right? What does that tell y'all? I've met a lot of dishonest women. So I was like, fuck this shit. The next time I meet a woman, her ass, the most important thing she can be to me is honest. I can't stand dishonest women, boy. I just can't stand them. You can't be my woman if you ain't honest. You know what I'm saying? So the girl I'm dealing with now, honesty is the policy, baby. Honesty is the best policy. I don't play that shit. She know I don't play that shit. You gonna come at me 100. You ain't gonna lie. I don't want to hear it. You ain't gonna justify it. Sincere is a very powerful name. And so it's not an accident that a lot of women that come to my table when I go to art shows love the character. They're like, why you call her Sincere? I said, because she has to be honest. That's why. You know what I'm saying? So that's Sincere, Scarlet Gray. Next up is Shepard. This character is based on my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, he's also blind. Hey, how you doing, Blue Butterflies? Good man. It's been a while, man. Good to see you. Thank all of y'all who are normal fans for joining me. Human Unknown Figure, thanks for joining as well. For all of y'all who are not subscribers at the moment, please become a subscriber. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and you know you got to hit the notification button. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for joining me. Today we talk about yeah, that's what I said. I be stuttering. Thanks for joining me, girl. That's what I said. Y'all gotta pay attention to my accent. I know you're a girl. Y'all gotta pay attention to my accent, man. You know what I'm saying? That Nigerian in me comes out a lot. Actually been coming out a lot lately, man. My accent is like, I feel like my American accent is going bye-bye, and then my Nigerian accent is taking over. Totally awesome. Y'all feel me? So, you know, I think it's my trip to Nigeria, man. It really changed me. You know what I'm saying? It brought about a lot of Africanness, man. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm talking about Shepard, Quantum Arrow. And today, thanks for all of y'all joining me. Today, I'm talking about the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, but what I'm also talking about is the version 1 of my characters. I got 6 versions. So it's going to be a 6-part series. So every week, I'm going to be talking about the different versions of the characters. So y'all going to have to bear with it. Y'all feel me? So now we're back to Shepard, right? Based on my best friend, he's a doctor and actually in real life. So I remember creating this character that I wanted to be a surgeon. But also, too, if you look up close, my bad. You see the visor on his eyes right there? Yeah, he's got a visor. He's actually blind. So he uses quantum arrows and quantum bolts. He's got a bow and arrow. And sure enough, he's actually a marks person. He doesn't ever miss. So, you know, he doesn't ever miss. You know what I'm saying? So real name is Vincent Pierce. And a lot of the names, I was very specific about the names of these characters. The biggest thing for me was not to give any slave names. You know, like, I was avoiding that altogether. That was very important to me. I didn't want no slave names. I wasn't playing that. It had to have names that meant, the names were either events or places that are of significance. Yo, so I'm saying events or place of significance. Man, that ain't good, girl. I wish you the best in your journey of healing, man. Yeah, a lot of people, I think diabetes is a big issue within the Afrocentric diaspora, man. I wish a lot of brothers and sisters would take care of themselves a lot better. You know what I'm saying? I wish they really would. I wish they really would. You know what I'm saying? But Vincent Pierce, man. And Pierce, I gave him the name Pierce because, one, he's blind. but also two, pierce means to pierce through something. So that was important to me because this character, of all the characters, he's the only one that is adopted. So he doesn't really know his true family. You know what I'm saying? But to have become a hero, and also too, it's funny enough, this character is also the best friend of this character. So Cajun, my character, just like in real life, and he creates a sync visor for him. You see that visor right there? When I come up close, it's a sync visor designed to help him to amplify his vision, right? Because that's important, to be able to amplify your vision, to be able to see what you're seeing. I tell you what I'm going to do like this. You know what I love about being on YouTube? I can just hit the block button. The block button is so awesome. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, it's all about that positivity. Hey, how you doing? Wow, from New Zealand. Whoa, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you joining me. See, I'm across everywhere. Japan, India, now New Zealand. Well, I've already met some people from New Zealand, so thank you for joining me, Tim Durbridge. Appreciate you joining me. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for being part of the channel, man. Be sure to subscribe, like, and definitely hit the notification button, y'all. And look, y'all, I don't want y'all to forget this. Karjakz Vs Assassins Training Day comic book is now available on SanusiVision.com. Go get your copy. If you got great eyes, get this small copy. If your eyes are suspect like mine, get the big copy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely SanusiVision.com. And the link of the comic books are in the chat, y'all. So thank y'all for being part of this awesome chat tonight, y'all. So look, y'all. So that's Vincent Pierce, aka Shepard. He's a doctor, a surgeon in real life. Can you imagine a surgeon being a blind person being a surgeon? You know what I'm saying? As a kid growing up, I loved characters like, I'm sure y'all remember Ronin Warriors. There was a guy named Rowan. I liked Daredevil. He was also blind too. Hawkeye. Love the fact they never missed. So these were the characters I really admired. Thank y'all for joining me, man. Wow, we got 12 likes tonight. That's what's up. And we got these views are crazy, man. Thank y'all for joining me, man. Appreciate all of y'all joining me tonight. So, yo, that's Shepard right there. Now, that's all the Karjakz heroes right there. Now, next up, I got to move on to the villains. Them villainous villains. Them assassins, boy. And I don't know, for whatever reason, man, people love the assassins, boy. They love the villains, y'all. They do. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Blade and Spawn were part of the inspirational gap. I think that was important, but you know, back then there wasn't a lot of African American superheroes. That really mattered a lot to me. Growing up as a kid, probably Blade, War Machine. I'm trying to think. Spawn. There were actually notable characters. Not just that they were black, but they were actually notable. They were actually popular. There weren't that many. You know what I'm saying? So for me, and then also too, being African, being Nigerian, being of Nigerian descent, I wanted to have characters that look like me. You know what I'm saying? That was important to me. So now, onto the assassins, the villains. You got Sun Tzu, you got Excursion, you got Kanji, you got Revo, you got Artillery, you got the Coyotes, you got Yukon, you got Seth, you got Snipes. You know what I'm saying? So these characters were actually counters of all the heroes. But don't worry, I'm going to break that down. So now, starting off with Lord Sun Tzu, the antagonist of the entire Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. Real name, Blaine Bishop, right? Sun Tzu is the counter of Cajun, right? And just like Cajun, Sun Tzu is a billionaire industrialist. He owns technology, creates technology, except he's a villain. So he's the owner of Argon Tech, right? And all they do is create weapons of just, you know, not good destruction. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, usually I went out of my way to create this character because growing up as a kid, I don't ever remember seeing any cool African-American supervillains. None. And no, I don't count Black Manta. He doesn't count. He's not an overlord. He's just a lieutenant. That's corny. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I'm creating a cool supervillain. And ever since I created this character, from version 1, which you see right here, to version 6 that I have now, people are like, yo, this character is fire, man. You know what I'm saying? So Sun Tzu, and then, of course, he's accompanied by his mystical guardian tiger, Seth. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. All of y'all joining the chat tonight. Thank you for being part of the chat tonight. Welcome to the Karjakz Vs Assassins anime version 1 of my characters. I'm giving a breakdown, and I'm enjoying every moment of this because it's been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me, man. We've grown a lot, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and definitely hit the notification button. And thank y'all for y'all positive energy too. So that's Sun Tzu, aka Blaine Bishop, industrialist, leader of the assassins. He actually brought all the assassins together. Think of it like a recruiting. He actually recruited every member of the assassins, except for his 2 children, Revo and Kanji. But he really brought the team together. So with him, he built Argon Tech, but as he was building, he was putting together around him the best of the best villains, the best super villains he could find. that can do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So Blaine Bishop, as far as I'm concerned, Sun Tzu's gonna go down as one of the greatest villains ever created. You know what I'm saying? He's that cool. He is that cool. You know what I'm saying? I I've had people that buy t-shirts, bought posters, and like, yo, Sun Tzu's that dude. Lord Sun Tzu. I remember when I did the podcast episode on him, it got a lot of views, man. A lot of views. So, you know, that's Sun Tzu right there. Leader of the Assassins, Overlord, Commander of the Assassins, man. And just an all-around badass, you know what. You know what I'm saying? Accompanied by his... So remember, Set is the guardian of Sun Tzu, and Sphinx is the guardian of Cajun. Don't worry. That's going to be a story for another day later. I can't get into that one right now, but those two tigers are very important. You know what I'm saying? Very important mystical tigers. Next up is artillery. Now, artillery, aka Aeon Gray, is the sister of Diesel. Remember I was telling y'all she's related to people? Well, that's her older brother, Diesel, who's part of the Karjakz the Heroes. Then a younger sister, Sincere, who's part of the Karjakz too. So artillery is the villain. So she's the black sheep of the family. She decides, I'm a villain. Remember, she's a former CIA operative, Navy SEAL. She's a tactical strategist just like Escalade, and she's also the counter of Escalade. So artillery is the counter of Escalade. Remember I told y'all, I created the heroes, right? But I also created counters of them, the villains. Y'all know what I'm saying? Yeah, your boy was putting in that work, y'all. Y'all don't understand, but I was putting in that work. So artillery is a tactical strategist. She's the general of the assassins, and she's also the fiance of Sun Tzu. So she's Sun Tzu's fiance. Well, big too much, she's his wife. You know what I'm saying? So artillery is also the stepmom of Revo and Kanji. So all orders, anything the assassins are going to do, are all executed by her. And she passes on the orders onto her field general, Excursion. So artillery is the wife of Sun Tzu. So what's cooler than having your wife being your bodyguard? So her day job is she's Sun Tzu's bodyguard. Really? Everybody knows a woman this powerful ain't no bodyguard. But that's what she parades around her as. She's a bodyguard. Sun Tzu's bodyguard. So anything that happens, you don't get to come near Sun Tzu unless she greenlights it. You are not coming near him. You know what I'm saying? What's cooler than having your wife be your bodyguard? It don't get no better than that. And trust me, when he sends artillery, it's over for everybody around that area. Don't let him send her, man. It's over for everybody. What's very cool about artillery since her creation is that she relates to a lot of women, and a lot of women like the fact that she's very powerful. Just like Sincere, just like Escalade, and all the other women I'm going to talk about in this Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, very powerful. And like I said again, I can't think of any villain, especially African-American women. I can't think of none. I want y'all to tell me a name. I cannot think of any. You know what I'm saying? Because there were none. So I just wanted to create. And so, oh yeah, I had to have powerful women because as growing up as a kid, I had powerful women in my life. My mother, my sister, my aunts, you know what I'm saying? They were all badass women, man. They're all badass women. You know what I'm saying? Independent, get their own money, doing their own thing. So that was important to me. And also, too, whenever I go to comic expos, a lot of sisters come to my table like, wow, these characters are amazing. I say, yeah, man, because I grew up around a lot of strong women. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of men that are usually strong have strong women around them. Tupac Shakur, Malcolm X, my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? My mother, you know what I'm saying? She's a strong woman. So my sister, my aunts, they're all powerful, independent women. So I'm used to seeing powerful women. So you're not going to catch me drawing weak-ass women. That shit ain't going to fly. And that's why another reason. That's why Sincere, the character is based on my dream girl, this girl right here, this character right here, Sincere, my dream girl, she's powerful. I don't want no weak woman in my life. You can't be my woman and be weak. Hell no. I need you to hold your own. You know what I'm saying? Have your own money, be dependent, got your own bread. Oh yeah, gotta have good credit too. Come on now. Gotta have good credit. I ain't co-signing shit. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all probably laughing right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's artillery, the general of the assassins. All command goes through her. Nobody does anything unless she greenlights it. If she don't greenlight it, it can't be done. You know what I'm saying? Then of course, next up is Excursion, aka yeah, that was funny, aka Ruben Drones. You know what I'm saying? So Ruben Drones is the field commander of the assassins. All orders go through him. Anything artillery wants executed, this is the guy that executes it. So Ruben Drones is a former Navy SEAL. You know what I'm saying? AKA Ruben Drones. As you can see, he's got those cybernetics on his arms right there. You can see right there. It's pretty super cool. You know what I'm saying? So Excursion is the field commander of the assassins. And what that means is that everything the assassin's gonna execute, go through him. Everybody except for Sanusi and artillery all take orders from Excursion. He's third in command. He's the field commander. So when they go into battle, guess who's got to take orders from Excursion? Everybody else. Kanji, Revo, Snipes, Yukon, the Coyotes. They all got to take orders from him. He tells them what to do. Because guess what he's doing? His orders come from this lady right here, artillery, general of the assassins, right? You know what I'm saying? Hell no, that's not Spawn. You know what I'm saying? So right there, right? So Excursion's the leader, field commander of the assassins, right? So he's got this big old cannon on his arm. He's got cybernetics in his arm. You can't actually see it, but he's actually got cybernetic implants in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's an accident that happened to him. That's a story for another day. You know what I'm saying? But that's Excursion right there, a.k.a. Ruben Drones. You know what I'm saying? He's the field commander of the assassin. And not to mention, he's got that cool truck. Oh, man, that truck is so sick, y'all. Y'all don't understand, boy. You know, if there's one thing I did a great job of in this show, aside from creating the characters, I gave all the characters cool vehicles. Yeah, spell something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yep, I created every single one of these characters. These are all my characters, every last one of them. And then Excursion, right, is the counter of Glocks. This guy right here. So remember I told y'all the villains are counters of the heroes, but also too, the only villain that's based on somebody, well, two villains. Sanusi's based on me. So Sanusi's my bad side. So if I was a villain, I'd be Sanusi. I'd be straight up Sanusi. Y'all know what I'm saying? I'd be straight up Sanusi. I'd be straight up Sanusi. Pablo, I think is your name. Don't call me the N-word. I ain't down for that word. I ain't down for that word. So you can call me brother, but the N-word, not gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? I don't play that mess. I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Every time I hear that word, I just think about all the people that back in the slave days were getting hung. You know what I'm saying? That word is, man, I go out of my way when I listen to rap. Oh, not gonna lie. I was like, what the hell? Okay. I didn't understand. I was like, is that a different way of saying the N word now? Good looking. Appreciate you. Yeah, see? I'm glad you don't say the N word because it's not a good word. It's a terrible word. That word is bad. I can't stand that word. You know what I'm saying? It really is a bad word. It's a really bad word. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you, Pablo. Yeah, man. Everybody is this is when I tell you that it took me 9 years to create the first comic book, literally it took me 9 years right there. This comic book you're seeing right here, brother. 9 years to create that comic book. I put in some work, man. Y'all don't understand. And then to create the characters was like 3.5 years. So it's been a long journey, man. Since 2009, I started this project, man. So we're in 2025. That's damn near 15 years, if I'm not correct, right? Am I correct? Yeah, that's 15 years of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work, man. Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you, Elva. I can't see Elva. Gal. Man, I'm dyslexic a little bit. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that, man, Elva. Appreciate that. So so Excursion is the field commander of the assassins. He executes everything that needs to be executed. Anything that needs to be done, he takes his orders from artillery, and then he gets to work. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it go right there. Man, all this stuff y'all are seeing, what does it say right there? All rights reserved. Duplication is violation of applicable laws. Trademarks, all that. And that's another thing I want to encourage a lot of artists to do. When you are an artist, I need a lot of y'all to understand the business side of it too. Make sure you copyright, make sure you trademark all the work you create. Don't put that thing on social media unless you've copyrighted it. You feel me? You got to patent it. You got to do all that stuff. There's a business to this stuff, man. So that if anybody messes with your stuff, you can get your sue on, baby. Come up on your bread. Because let me tell you, this industry, this art industry, the one thing they do better than anything is steal people's stuff. So if you don't protect your stuff, trust me, they got lawyers that go into the databases of trademarking and copywriting to see if you've protected your work. They are that greedy. They are that unscrupulous. They got no honor, y'all. None. No honor. So protect what you create. Please. As an artist, I tell this to artists all the time. Don't just put out your stuff. They'll be like, oh, but it's expensive. How the hell is it expensive to copyright your stuff? What the hell is wrong with you? Save some bread. Stock up. Have 4 jobs like I did. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to do this, man. You do. So that's Excursion right there, a.k.a. Ruben Drones. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of these characters y'all are seeing is all copyrighted. I wish somebody would use my shit. I'll sue their ass broke. They will make me rich. Straight up rich. You know what I'm saying? I have money like Jay-Z. like that. You feel me? You know, you gotta protect what you create, man. You do. That's why the music industry is so fucked up. All these artists signing record deals, but they got no protection on their music. And the record label's just pimping them. They ain't pimping me. Hell no. Now, next up is Kanji, right? Now, Kanji, real name, Kanji Lee Bishop. Now, the Lee part is her mother's name. You know what I'm saying? Because remember I told y'all that Artillery, this lady right here, Artillery is the stepmother of Kanji and Revo, right? So she raised them, right? But to honor her mother, Sanusi told them they had to honor their mother. Now, Kanji and Revo are the son and daughter of this guy right here, Sanusi. Those are his children. You know what I'm saying? Kanji and Revo, right? So Kanji is the firstborn and Revo is the second. You know what I'm saying? So Kanji's the oldest. And Kanji Lee Bishop is her name. Lee being her mother's name. Then, of course, Bishop being her father's name. And Kanji is a badass motherfucker, boy. She's a no-nonsense, ain't taking any crap. She's basically the female version of her father, Sanusi. She's an overlord. She don't take any mess, man. She is a bad you-know-what. She can kick a lot of you-know-what. She's ruthless, just like her father. She's got that kill or be killed rule. You know what I'm saying? She ain't for no BS, man. She's a big-time, you know, if I ever had to say a character was hot on my character, on my a character that I think is super hot is Kanji. She's got red hair and blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, she's half African. She's half Filipino. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I really diversify my portfolio in terms of my characters because when I was growing up, I didn't know any, like once again, no African characters that were villains that were African American, of African descent. There were none. So it was really important to me to create characters such as this. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that was really important to me. So Kanji, and can y'all see her motorcycle? Oh yeah. Tell me that ain't Spitfire. Yeah, that's what she working with, man. That's version 1 of her motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that motorcycle don't evolve. You know what I'm saying? I think what I will do, though, is see all that red that's in the motorcycle right there? I might have to add that to her new motorcycle. Just cause. You feel me? She's hot. I ain't gonna lie, Kanji's hot. She's a bad chick. You know what I'm saying? With the blue eyes, she's the truth. She's badass, man. I'm telling you, she's badass. So that's Kanji Lee. Now, Kanji is the older sister of Revo, who's her younger brother. She trained him. Because when they were orphans in the Philippines, in the land, she had to protect them. So she taught him how to fight. And it's ironically enough that Kanji's equals, the only person that can equal Revo's fighting skills is probably Kanji. Because she's the one who trained him. And so, as I go through these various versions of the characters, you're going to get to see how her uniform changed. You know what I'm saying? Because she went from trench coat, she still got a trench coat, but now it looks cool as hell. So that's Kanji right there, Kanji Lee Bishop. Daughter of Sanusi, unquestioned, ruthless, battle fighter. Man, when she goes into combat, man, she got no equal, man. She's a bad somebody. You know what I'm saying? Now, we've got her younger brother, Revo, the son of Sanusi. This guy right here. Yeah, let me get to Sanusi. My bad. That's his dad right there, Sanusi. Now, Revo is like his father because his armor is kind of like his father's. But this version 1 didn't look like it. It's a ninja suit. It's a cybernetic ninja suit. It's sick as hell, man. This dude, Revo, might be the best fighter in the entire Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. Ain't nobody can touch this dude. He's that dude. He's a gifted fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's arrogant. He's cocky. He don't take no mess. He knows what he can do. Let me tell you, I'll put it like this. He don't care much for practice. I'm going to put it that way. You know what I'm saying? He does not care much for practice. He believes in his talent. He knows he's a gifted fighter. And like his sister, his real name is Twan Lee Bishop. Twan Lee Bishop. I've got a good friend of mine named Twan. I remember when I created a character, I told him, yo, Twan, I'm going to name my character after you, man, because you got a cool name. Twan Lee Bishop is his name. Full name is Twan Lee Bishop. I remember creating the character. I was like, yo, your name is cool as hell. I'm going to have to name my character after you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I chose to do that. And so Revo is the best fighter in the entire team. He's a ninja of the sorts, but his suit is different from most ninjas. It's built to be armor like his father, Sanusi. So this guy right here. So his armor is built to be like his father, Sanusi. And so Revo is just an all-around gifted, talented fighter, man. And he's I forgot. Kanji, right, is the counter of Sincere. Remember this lady right here? So Kanji is the counter of Sincere right here. And then Revo is the counter of Rasputin. This dude right here. Give me a second, y'all. So he's the counter of Rasputin. So Revo's the counter of Rasputin. Remember what I told y'all? A lot of the heroes and villains are based on my family members. But now Revo is based on my cousin. Because I remember telling my cousin, me and my cousin are really tight. And he said, bro, don't make me no villain. Don't make me no hero, man. I want to be a villain. And that's exactly what I did. I made him a sicko villain. Revo is one of the most popular characters in the entire Karjakz universe. There's no version of him I've created that people haven't been like, yo, this dude is sick. Man, he's so sick. And he's got the cool motorcycle too. You know what I'm saying? So Revo. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Little Sherm, really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, brother. Look, and this is the first official comic book. So y'all, if you got good eyes, get the small one. If you got big eyes, get the big one. $100, $200. This is actually discounted 50% off. So I did that. You know what I'm saying? Never, and this is another thing I got to talk about. Please, and as an artist, never devalue yourself to get a sale from a customer. It's not worth it. Because guess what that customer is going to do? They'll pay you less and go sell what you've created for more. I'm going to say that again. They'll pay you less and go sell what you've created for more. That's why whenever you see sneakers, somebody buys for $50 and then they got it on eBay for $900. What the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? Don't never devalue yourself. It's better to sell only one copy of your stuff than to sell 100 at a lesser value. Don't never devalue yourself, y'all. That's one thing I've had to get good at. And I speak from experience, y'all. Trust me. Never devalue yourself. Thank you. Thank you, Little Sherm. Finally, somebody who gets it. Thank you for saying that, brother. Thank you so much for saying that. People don't understand. Y'all, it took me 9 years to create this comic book. 9 years. 9. I remember when I went to Los Angeles Comic-Con last week, man, people were buying it in droves. But people were also asking me, how long did it take? They were like, man, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work what you did on this book. I said, y'all just don't understand how much I appreciate y'all saying that. So when I hear cats like Little Sherm talking about it took a good minute, Pablo talking about how long it took, that's what you call appreciation. I'm telling y'all artists out there, don't never devalue yourself, ever. And please continue to hit the like, subscribe, and definitely hit the notification button, y'all. So, yo, that's we right there, man. AKA Twan Lee Bishop, AKA the best fighters in the entire Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. You know what I'm saying? So next up, we got Snipes, the purple hair bombshell. Now she's hot. Yo, I don't know what it is, but since the day I created this character, she has been like, everybody's like, yo, she fine. I'm like, it's a cartoon character. Y'all tripping. But everybody be like, yo, she hot. I'm like, okay, then y'all tripping, but it's all good. Real name Nicole Pham, aka the purple hair bombshell. Now she is the counter of Shepard, right? I wanted to have enough female characters in my universe. And if y'all noticed, right, she's the counter of Shepard. Now, if y'all noticed, on the Karjakz team, I had 2 women. On the Assassins, I had 3 women. I want y'all to think of any cartoon series you've ever seen where they had this many women. Think of one. Not the Avengers, not the X-Men. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, they feel like they don't need to draw enough women. That don't make no damn sense to me. So I said, I'm going to do something about it. And of course, you know, she's French Algerian. And no, she's not white. She's a sister too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's a sister too. That's right. So Sincere is half Native American, half African American. Kanji and Revo are half African American. Half African, half Filipino. You know what I'm saying? Then of course I'm gonna get around to Yukon. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I wanted to diversify my characters, but also to focus on a spectrum of colored characters. I don't want to call them colored. Let's just say I didn't want them to be white. And I don't even like saying white. Let's just say I didn't want it to be Eurocentralized. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to be drawing a bunch of European characters. Hell no. Hell to the no. We get enough of that. X-Men, Avengers, you know, whatever you can think of, man. It's just infuriating. You know, I wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? I was not having it. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was not having it. So that's where Snipes come from. Her real name is Nicole Pham. She's a supermodel. That's her day job. Can you imagine a supervillain and her day job is being a supermodel? And you know what's funny about her? She's the most dangerous thing you can tell because people think, oh, because she's gorgeous, she's soft. She's anything but soft. To be in her company is probably to take your last breath. I can't tell you how many times Sanusi has sent her on missions to take out people. People be like, oh, you fine, girl. They just don't realize she's about to take you out. That's why I call her Snipes. She takes everybody out. And she can fight. Oh, man, she can fight. You know what I'm saying? She can fight. You know what's funny? You haters, you know this guy right here, little whatever you call yourself, what a loser you are. You can tell how small you are in life because it's 11 at night and this loser's on my platform hating on my teeth. I'm great with my teeth. I get all the women I need to get. You, on the other hand, probably some fat-looking slob who ain't shit in life. Now, that right there you can take to your grave and get off my platform, too, because I'm going to block your sorry ass. Y'all ain't got to worry about haters like that, y'all. If there's one thing I'm not going to permit on my platform is negativity. Why do you need to talk bad about people? Thank you. Hey, look, Bobby, with all the space in my teeth, I'm still I'm a good-looking motherfucker. I'm a pretty boy. I'm a good-looking man. I have women telling me that shit all the time. You are a good-looking man. I'm like, thank you so much, sister. You know, whether it's white women, sisters, Asian women, they let me know I'm a good-looking motherfucker. And so I don't give a fuck what some loser who probably stopped by CVS every day, back jocking off every day. You gotta understand something about people. They don't want to have something nice to say about you, so they gotta say something negative. So guess what you get to do? I get to hit the block button. I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna hit the block button. I ain't got time for that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's pathetic. You know how weak a human being is when they have to talk bad about somebody else. That lets you know. Remember this, y'all. Just like I was talking about the business of art, if you have to talk about bad about other people, you're a weak human being. You are a weak human being. Y'all get what I'm saying? You're only a weak human being talks about another person. Y'all feel me? So that's where we're at, man. So Purple Hair Bombshell Snipes, you know what I'm saying? One of my good friends has a crush on this character. I just be laughing every time we talk about her. Every time he talk about, yo, Adewale be like, yo, Snipes, she fine, man. Snipes, she fine. I'm like, bro, she's a cartoon character. But you know what I'm looking forward to, y'all, one day? My animated series, animated movies, all kinds of cool stuff I'm going to do, y'all. I'm going to do all kinds of cool stuff. Y'all feel me? So, yo, that's Snipes. And, y'all, see that vehicle right there? Oh, man, that car is so cool. Now, it don't look like that no more. But trust me, it's a badass vehicle, man. All my characters have cool vehicles. They all do cool stuff. And she's a supermodel. But what she's good at, y'all, is infiltration. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate the hater. Thank you, Max. You're such a loser. But you're also going to get blocked, too. Now, that's the fun part right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's the fun part. So thank y'all so much for joining the chat tonight, y'all. I appreciate all of y'all who hit the likes, hit the subscribe, hit the notification button. Y'all see how easy that was? I just hit the block button. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, y'all, next up is Yukon, a.k.a. Titus Manaluga, right? So Yukon is the strongest guy on the assassins, the villains. Now, Yukon is the counter of this guy. Let me show him out to you. Yukon is the counter of this guy, Diesel, right? So you see, he's the counter of Diesel. Now, what you're going to see is that he has this patch on his eye. Y'all see that patch right there? That's a story for another day, y'all. I'm going to tell that story another day. Let's just say it's an interesting story, right? So Yukon, Titus Manaluga. Now, growing up as a kid, there's another thing. I never saw any heroes or villains that were from the Hawaiian Islands. Not one. Not Samoan, not Tongans, not nothing. I'm like, how they ain't got no superheroes from the Hawaiian Islands? Nothing? I can't get nothing? Come on now. So I said to myself, I'm going to create a supervillain and I'm going to make him be from the Hawaiian Islands. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to give him a Hawaiian name too. So I gave him there was this middle linebacker that played for the Cincinnati Bengals back in the day. His name was Ray Manaluga. I was like, that's one of the coolest names I've ever heard. So I gave Yukon his last name. Then I gave his first name Titus, which means to be huge. So Titus Manaluga, right? So I said, that's a cool name. And then Yukon was the closest thing I could think of to creating a Hawaiian name. So I gave him the nickname Yukon, right? And Yukon on the Assassins is a villain. As you can see, he's got that cool thing. It's called a ball and chain. It's called titanium cables, right? And he's strong as hell. So if you look on his right arm, he's got this ball and chain. But if you look on his left arm, he's got this titanium cable. Man, when he hits you with that thing, it's volts of electricity gonna fry you up. You feel me? So Yukon is ruthless. And look, Yukon, through many enhancements, he's got forget superhuman strength. His strength is kind of unlimited. And he has semblance of invulnerability. So you have to really do a lot of hurting to really hurt this guy. You know what I'm saying? And the only guy that can really put a hurting on him is Diesel, because he's so powerful. You know what I'm saying? So Titus Manaluga, aka Excursion, aka Yukon. I can't believe I just called him Excursion. Y'all laugh out loud. You know what I'm saying? But he's a bad somebody. He's a bad somebody, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So Yukon, all around badass. He's the truth in two quarters. He's a bad somebody. You know what I'm saying? So he's a big time villain, man. He's cheated, man, from taking steroids to taking whatever. He's a villain. Like, he does whatever it takes to win. He don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, that's Yukon, aka Titus Manaluga, man. You know what I'm saying? So now, last but not least, are the Coyotes. This is the first version of the Coyotes. So the Coyotes are androids created by this guy right here, Lord Sun Tzu. Remember I told y'all Sun Tzu's an engineer? Well, yeah, Sun Tzu decided, you know what? I'm going to create some robots that actually have artificial intelligence. You know, back before artificial intelligence was a big time thing, I created these characters to have artificial intelligence. See, these Coyotes, whenever you see one, you're going to see 6 more, 5 more, 12 more, right? And what they do is they mimic each other. And what they also do is they study the person they're fighting. And they're made out of titanium alloy. So they're damn impossible to destroy. You know what I'm saying? So whenever they're fighting you, they're learning your fighting pattern. That is creepy as hell and scary as hell. Can you imagine fighting something and it's actually learning your fighting pattern? How the hell are you supposed to beat it? You know what I'm saying? So that's the Coyotes right there. They move in a pack. Just like the Coyote, just like real Coyotes in real life. And I said, and the reason why Sun Tzu created them is that he wanted robots that would be like the Marines. So whenever they wanted to go into battle, he'd send the Coyotes first instead of sending the Assassins, instead of sending members of the Assassins. That's why he created the Coyotes. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that's this whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. That's this whole version 1. The Coyotes probably have the least information on them, but they're very cool characters. I haven't met anybody who hasn't thought the Coyotes weren't super sick. And they don't look like this no more. Oh no, they look way cooler. So, yo, that's the version 1 of my characters right there. That's the entire Karjakz Vs Assassins universe right there. And look, I gotta show y'all the new posters, right? Because I don't think I've let y'all see the new Karjakz Vs Assassins posters. Let me grab it. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to show you some animations, right? Because this is animation. So give me a second, y'all. Give me like 2 seconds, y'all. Give me a second or 2. I'll be right back. Right here. Oh, I got the book. What the hell am I doing? So, y'all, my bad. I'm right back, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to step away and grab the poster book. So, look, before I get into the animation part, let me show y'all these posters. Now, y'all have not seen the new versions of my characters, right? Version 6. Because with every episode, this 6-part series that I'm working on, that y'all are seeing right now, we're going to go through different versions of my characters, man. Y'all going to be blown away what I did. You know what I'm saying? So, now, right now, what I'm about to show y'all is the new version of the Karjakz Vs Assassins characters. This is version 6 of them. They look so freaking cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, well, real idea. I'm talking about my comic series, my comic/animation series, and I'm basically breaking down the version 1 of them. Because as of today, I have 6 versions of my characters. And since you love it so much, be sure to check out my comic book on the website on soundvision.com right here, right there. This comic book, I've got my own comic book now. You know what I'm saying? The first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book is out now on soundvision.com. So be sure to get your order on, y'all. Thank y'all for joining the chat, and thank y'all for the likes and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, thank you. And guess what, y'all? I did it. Barbie, I got to 1,200 subscribers. That was my goal for this year. I think I'm at 1,201 or something like that now. So I'm pretty grateful for it, man. So thank all of y'all for joining the channel, and thank all of y'all for subscribing. So now look, let's get to these amazing characters. So, yo, this is the entire Karjakz Vs Assassins universe right there. Look at that, those cool old characters right there. Now, I'm just gonna flip through posters. I'm just gonna say the name of the poster. You know what I'm saying? So now look, let's get this. Let's check this out. Now to the right of it is the entire Karjakz universe. You got the Karjakz right there. Y'all see that right there? The entire Karjakz theme. You know what I'm saying? Now look at the new Cajun. You can see the posters look totally different. They look so sick. Right there. Look at the new Cage and the Sphinx. Tell me that ain't fire, y'all. Tell me that ain't fire. Y'all know that's fire. Y'all know that's fire. You know what I'm saying? You know that's fire right there. So right there, look. So this is the new Cajun, right? That's my character right there. Tell me that is not heat. That is straight lit. That's sick art right there. I gotta tell you, I'm real proud of my artwork. I gotta tell you, I'm really, really proud of it. From where I first started to where I am today, oh my God. Talk about evolution, y'all. But I also put in work. I didn't want to get good. I said, forget that. I want to get great. I want it to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like I was to be nice like that. You feel me? There's nobody that sees my art that doesn't say, yo, you nice with it. You know what I mean? I get a hater, but they ain't got the balls to tell me my art ain't nice. They might say it on social media, but they ain't crazy enough to say it to my face. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So this is Cajun right here. Cajun and Sphinx. Tell me that is not sick. You know what I'm saying? And then next up is Escalade. Yes, Escalade looks so cool now. She looks so sick and complete. Look at that. Tell me that ain't sick. You know what I'm saying? So this is about the Karjakz Vs Assassins right here. This is a poster right there. These are available on SavageVision.com. So all these posters are going to be available on SavageVision.com pretty soon. Right now, what's available on SavageVision.com is this poster right here. The entire Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. It's a limited edition poster. So if you cop it, it's going to be worth a lot of money later. So welcome to all of y'all. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the new to the chat for all y'all joining me. This is about the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. Version 1 of my characters. I just got through talking about the characters right here. Now, next up is Sincere. Y'all see the Sincere right there? Oh, my God. Tell me that ain't lit. Tell me that ain't Spitfire right there. That's Sincere. Of course, that's Escalade again right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying? So, you know, thank y'all for joining the chat. All of y'all being part of the chat tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna waste my time answering that question right there. That just some questions make no sense. So I'm saying, so this is Escalade right there. This is Sincere right here, boy. Next up is Glocks and Rasputin. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry about that. So you got Glocks right here. And then you got Rasputin right there. Man, that is so sick, man. This art, boy, is another level, boy. Then you got Diesel. Diesel and Shepard. That's the new Diesel, and that's the new Shepard. Quantum arrows and quantum bows, baby. Oh, yeah. Y'all know this is lit right here, man. Thank y'all for joining me. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and definitely hit the notification button, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now, onto the assassins, the villains. Look at them assassins, man. Oh, my God. All together, ready to destroy the universe. Then you got Lord Sun Tzu right here. You know what I'm saying? Look at Sun Tzu and Seth. Tell me that ain't sick. I told y'all, Sun Tzu's gonna be one of the greatest supervillains ever created. Ever. He's that great. You know what I'm saying? I cannot wait for this to become an animation series. That is so true, real idea. That is such a true point. That is such a great true point. That is such a great point. It's not from a cartoon. It's something that I created. So it's something I created. This is original concept. This what you're looking at, everybody's original concept, man. Original concept idea. I created my own universe. I created my own characters. I created my own comic book. I created my own animated characters. I'm working on the animation right now. You know, I'm actually in animation school right now. I'm actually taking 3D art. So original art. I got tired of fan art, man. Fan art got old real fast with me. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this fan art. I'm done. I'm not doing any more fan art. I'm done. So this is Sun Tzu and Seth right here. As you can see, they look sick as hell. Look at that Sun Tzu, boy. He nasty with it. Yeah, I'm telling you, Bobby, girl, you already know. And I know you, Bobby. You're going to be sitting front row when I drop that movie. And you know what's funny, Bobby? I'm going to be like, in my own movie, I'm going to play the FedEx guy. I'm going to be the pizza delivery guy. I'm going to be the working at Subway or driving Uber or something. I'm going to be in the movie somewhere. You know, you feel me, girl? You're going to be laughing your butt off when I get my role in the movie. You're going to be just dying of laughter. You're going to be like, he's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, you don't understand. I'm looking forward to this. What's the next step for me? The comic book is right now. That's the next step. So y'all be sure to go get a copy of that on my website, sunvision.com. You know what I'm saying? You already know, like Stan Lee. That's gonna be hilarious, man. I've got so many friends telling me when the movie comes out, you better be in the movie doing something super funny. You know, that's when you know you're gonna make it. When people tell you that, yo, you gonna make it. Y'all, when I used to drive Uber and Lyft, my customers, when I used to drive Uber and Lyft, they used to tell me, hey, Adewale, because I used to sell these books in the car, in the Uber. and they would tell me, "Hey, Adewale, when you make it, man, when your movie comes out, you better be in the movie, man. You better be the FedEx guy, the pizza delivery guy. You better be in there, man, just making us laugh. Because, bro, you've created something amazing, man, this universe. So that's why I'm proud of myself. Now, next up, you got artillery. Look at the new artillery. She is sick with it. Tell me that ain't lit, man. Thank you so much, X Power, man. Really appreciate it, brother. And look, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and definitely hit the notification button. So every time I go live, y'all know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for the support, man. I greatly appreciate it. Now, next up is Excursion, aka Ruben Drones. Excursion always looks sick, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at these characters, y'all. You gotta get your poster, man. Are you kidding me? Hopefully by this weekend, I have all these posters available on the website. So y'all gotta join the movement, man. You got to join the movement. You feel me? Next up is Kanji and Revo. Look at the new Kanji. I told y'all Kanji looks sick as hell. Remember the redhead? That's her right there. And then remember Revo? Look at the new Revo. Oh my God, he is so lit. Tell me that ain't Spitfire. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get this loser out the way. You gotta go. Thank you for stopping by. Y'all see how easy that was? You ain't gotta deal with the energy, y'all. You ain't gotta deal with their energy. Just get them about the paint. Just get them about the paint. Just hit the block button. Ain't no need to go for no exchange of dictionary. Nah, we ain't doing all that. I just hit the block button. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? When you lose one follower, you can get 100. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me tell you something, Pablo. I don't sold a bunch of comic books, so if you buy one, you're gonna be another awesome person buying a comic book. One thing that's not gonna stop is that I'm hell bent on getting a whole bunch of these comic books. And let me tell y'all something about the comic books. I got a limited amount. I did that on purpose because only a few amount of people are gonna have my comic book in their hand. That means when you have it in your hand, you got something special. It's gonna be worth a lot of money. You feel me? So it's on and popping. Now next up, you got Snipes, the purple haired bombshell. Yeah, that's the new Snipes, y'all. Y'all see her? She looking bad. And then of course you got Yukon right there. Look at Yukon. Man, he looks so sick. Let me tell you, when I drew the new Yukon, I did not even notice, but I indirectly drew him like he had a Hawaiian outfit on, like the traditional clothing. I did not even know I did that. I was like, this looks so sick. So I was watching this TV show called Chief of War. I said, oh, this is cool. I literally drew Yukon like these guys. That is so cool. So y'all, this is Snipes and Yukon, y'all. And guess what? Last but not least, y'all. Last but not least are the Coyotes. That's right. The Coyotes right here. Yeah. These are the Coyotes. But just for extra bonus, these characters I'm about to show you are future Karjakz Vs Assassins characters. You got Mirage right here. Y'all see that? Oh yeah, she's bad. That's based on my niece right there. You got Bolt. That's based on my nephew right there. You got Silver Spider. That's based on my nephew right there. You got Enigma. That's based on my sister-in-law. So, I've had a lot of great people in my life. And yes, this guy here is called Karjakz vs. Avengers. So I got my characters going against the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the entire Karjakz Assassin universe right there, man. Right there. All posters are available now on Savage.com. Now, next up, y'all. Man, I got so many views tonight, boy. It's ridiculous. Man, I'm balling, boy. I'm balling. You feel me? Now, look. Let me show y'all the animation intro. I got 2 intros to show y'all. And then we're going to chop it up about the comic book. And then I'm going to get up through. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate y'all being part of the chat tonight, man. Y'all have been amazing. Thank you for bringing the awesome energy. Now, look. Let me see if I can play this thing right quick. I'm going to show you 2 animations. Actually, 1. The original animation. I think it's important to show. Well, I can show you both. So, look. Y'all get ready. Y'all ready? This was quite the achievement, man. When I did this in school, my teacher was like, whoa. Yeah. So y'all, that was actually the first animation I ever did of my characters. I actually did that in school. So my teacher gave us a project. He said we had all semesters to create something. As far as I was concerned, the only reason why I was at school was to learn how to do animation. So guess what I did? I created my characters right there. You know what I'm saying? So right then and then, right there, I just did it. I said, it's gone. It's on and popping. And I did it, man. So I'm proud of myself. Now, the next animation I'm going to show you, this is more of a comic style animation. Basically, I created it as a promo video, and then the next thing you know, it turned into a comic style animation. So y'all give me a second. Let me play this right here. Y'all got to definitely see this. This is so cool. This really helped me to create the comic book, to be honest with y'all. There you go. So my computer's over there trying to fall asleep. Appreciate that, WebGRA, man. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, man. So you know these are the first initial animations. But if y'all think this is fire, ooh, the next one I got coming is sick with it. Oh my god, y'all don't understand. My animation game done stepped up. Right now I'm actually in school learning 3D animation. Y'all know like 3D animation, like I'm talking like The Incredibles, Shrek, all that kind of stuff like that. That's what I'm learning right now. So I'll be able to actually do 3D animation of my characters and as well as 2D animation. Oh, my game done stepped up, y'all. So, you know, I'm proud of myself, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, last but not least for today, stay blessed as well, stay blessed as well, GR8. Thank you so much for putting out that positivity. And please be sure, all of y'all, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and definitely y'all got to hit the notification button. Y'all got to do that. Now, last but not least is the comic book. This is what I got. This is everything I showed y'all from version 1 is what lets us right now. Now this is version 6 of my characters, but this is the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book out now. Available now on Sanusi.com. Like I've been copying the link of the website into the chat, so y'all be sure to go in there and get your chat on. Next time I'll make sure I put a voting block something in my chat. I forgot to do that today. Normally I do that, but I forgot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's gonna be a question of who do y'all like more? The assassins or the villains? Or the assassins, the villains, or the Karjakz, the heroes? You know what I'm saying? But the comic book right now, it comes in 2 sizes, y'all. Small size, which is the initial version I created, version 1, and then version 2, the bigger size. So 7.5 size, 7.5 inch, 8.5 inch. And as you can see, there's a different size difference, significant size difference. And when you flip the comic book, it's the back side. You can see there's a significant size difference there too. Then, of course, I'm going to show y'all the inside because I said I'll show you the inside. Look at this right here. This is so cool. And look, this comic is so cool. I bought this version and I bought this version. I bought my own comic book, y'all. Who you know buys their own comic book? I did. That's how cool this book is. I'm so proud of what I've created, y'all. I had to buy it. I had to bless my own creation. Y'all feel me? You know, let me tell y'all something, man. It's been an amazing night. Thank you for joining me. Don't ever let nobody, how can I put this? Don't ever let nobody tell you what you can achieve. Don't ever let nobody, same thing to you. Happy Thursday to you as well, man. Don't ever let anybody tell you what you can't do. Believe in yourself. And most importantly, bless your own creation. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Be sure to do that. I'm telling you, that's a must. You got to do that. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's how it be, man. So, yo, that's my night tonight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all so much. 21 likes. God knows how many views. Y'all, I'm so proud of myself. And look, for all of y'all who are big fans, definitely WebGR, you stay up as well, too, man. Appreciate you joining me tonight. And please, hopefully you subscribe to the channel. So whenever I come on, you know what's up. And I'll be back later on today, later on in the afternoon tonight. Great evening to you as well, man. Good night, Bobby Savage, girl. Thank you for stopping by, homie. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Stay safe, girl. Peace. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, there's 2 things I always say because I got to get up out of here. I got school tomorrow in the morning, man. Early, too. 1, there's no success in skipping steps. The back of the line is just as important as the front of the line. Be determined, not desperate. And then the second one, your dreams can be delayed but must never be extinguished. So wait your time while the universe delivers your right hand. Be determined, not desperate. Y'all, I'm going to copy the link of the comic book in the chat again. Actually, I'm going to copy the link of my website in the chat. So y'all can go to my website directly and check out everything I got in there, man. Yeah, I got a cool-ass website. I do. I'm proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to get up in there and make sure y'all copy the link. Yep. So I got 2 books. One is 100. One is $200. The big one, small one, 100. Big one, 200. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all so much for joining the chat. So y'all, like I always say, man, continue to aspire and achieve. Always believe in yourself. And look, while I'm showing y'all coolness, look at this. Y'all see that right there? That's the Karjakz the Heroes. Can y'all see it? Look at that. Y'all see that? Yeah. That's cool, right? Then look, let me show y'all the villains. Look at the villains right quick. Let me turn it around. Y'all see the villains? Yeah, that's sick, right? That's all the villains right there. Y'all see what's up. That's what your boy, my bad. Right there. Y'all see the villains? That's sick as hell, man. So I'm saying, look, let me take the camera. I'm actually going to pull it close. I'm going to pan it real quick so y'all can see it. Check this out. Y'all watch this. Look at that. These are the heroes right here, the Karjakz. Look at that. Karjakz are a group of heroes who have joined forces to defend the world and the universe from evil men known as the assassins. Who shall rise? Look at this, man. Diesel, Sincere, Shepherd, Glocks, Cajun right there, Escalade, Sphinx, Rasputin. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, you got the villains, the assassins, right? The villains, the assassins. The assassins are a group of villains who have joined forces with the sole purpose of world destruction and universal domination. Who shall fall? Conquer and destroy for the assassins, defend and protect for the Karjakz, right? So you got Kanji right there. You got Yukon right there. You got Snipes right there. You got Sun Tzu right there. You got artillery right there. You know what I'm saying? You got excursion right there. You got the coyotes right there. You got Revo right there. You know what I'm saying? They got Seth right there. That's right. That's what your boy doing, man. So yo, Karjakz Vs Assassins, man. Look at this thing. I'm gonna pan it from left to right. Look at that, man. That is heat right there, boy. Y'all feel me? And then look, we also got cool gear. Karjakz Vs Assassins women's t-shirt. Karjakz Vs Assassins men's t-shirt. Yeah, that's what your boy doing, man. We doing big time things over here. So y'all, and look, classic Karjakz. That's a classic Cajun poster right there. Look at that. That's when I started, man. Now that's a classic Sun Tzu right there. Man, that's where it's at right there, man. You know what I mean? So y'all, look. And look, training day. Look, I gotta flip this, let y'all see this. Karjakz Vs Assassins training day. That's a big old poster right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what your boy doing. And then of course, this one right here. This is the OG poster right there. That's when your boy was creeping on the come up. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at, man. So y'all, that's my night tonight, man. So as always, y'all, you got to aspire and achieve. You know what I'm saying? Let me bust out the poster. You got to believe in yourself. You got to trust yourself. You got to know that you can do whatever you say you can do, man. Don't never let, man, thank you so much, WebBGR, man. Appreciate that so much. All of y'all, man, thank y'all for supporting me tonight. Appreciate y'all showing up. Appreciate y'all showing out. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious that my channel continues to grow, man. So thank y'all so much. And thank y'all for pushing me past that number I wanted to achieve of 1,200 subscribers. 1,200 subscribers. That was my goal by the end of this year, man. And I've done it already. That's amazing, y'all. So thank y'all so much. Next goal is 1,300, man. 1,300 subscribers. So that's my next goal. I keep it simple, man. 100 subscribers at a time. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all so much. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Let me back up a little bit. Let y'all see the classic poster. Make sure y'all see that bad boy right here. Continue to achieve. Have a good night. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.